Morning, Lincoln. Good morning and welcome to the Tudor Cottage Diaries. My name's Heidi and I'm going to take you on a autumnal tour of this cottage garden. So please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and please leave some comments in the comments and I will try to reply to all of them. Anyway, let's start this tour. So starting in the shady garden, I have got some of the elusive perennial foxgloves. I've been chasing this plant all of summer since Hampton Court Flower Show, and I have the seeds for them, and now I have some plants. So I have 3 plants here that I got from a clearance section. They were £1 each and I'm really pleased with those. I've got 1, 2, 3. So this part of the garden is quite bare at the moment and it really struggled, although we've had one of the wettest summers on record. Yeah, this area struggled, so a note to self: water here more. The Fatsias and the Acers, Heucheras, Euphorbia, I've got beautiful Euphorbia here, and the ferns have done really well at this end, and I put that down to the fact of its proximity to a water butt. So it seems to be whenever I'm filling the watering cans for the front garden, I must tip them here. So I just need to extend that and give the love a bit further up the border. It's about 7 AM at the moment. The sun's been up for a little while and it's starting to burn the haze off from this morning, but definitely an autumn feel in the air. And at the front of the cottage, after all my procrastinating, I've managed to fill the two planters underneath the dining room windowsill. Yeah, they look okay. The wall's looking really pretty. The poppies have gone to seed and I just need to make sure that I save some of these. I've done a bit of a deadhead through here, and especially with the fuchsias, got rid of some of them. And I've got 2 more clearance plants here that just need to go in the ground, and that'll probably be down in the rose garden. Just an update on the box. We may have saved it. My husband's pressure washed this, and we're just keeping an eye out for the caterpillars, but hopefully that's passed us by and we might save these 2 because I'm really quite keen on them either side of the door. This is my collection of hagstones at the front door, and it's commonplace for villages in the UK to have hagstones on their properties, and these were used to prevent witches borrowing your horses and your livestock in the night. So they were often found in the stalls of the horses, and indeed these were found in one of the stables, so they are now at the front door. We don't want them borrowing Lincoln through the night. Yeah, really pleased with the way this border has kept going all through the summer, despite the fact of the low light levels. Wellington boot stand, so that is underneath the eaves, so it is protected from the weather, and then in the winter that comes into the front porch. But this is an ideal place for us to keep wellies, so yeah, they're just not looking wibbly wobbly. We've moved the table and chairs, and the reason we've moved that is now we're getting the sun here in the evenings and early mornings, so it's a nice place to have breakfast and evening meal. New to the garden are the 2 concrete saddle stones. So if you haven't seen my short, I'll tell you a little bit about saddle stones. So again, in villages around the UK you will find saddle stones in old properties, and these were used to prevent rats from eating all the grain and corn that was in storage. So you would place your barn on top of these, so it would sit on the top, and then your rat, I use a pebble, would try and climb and then fall off here and not get into your very precious grain and corn store. These were made by my father, and he made them from, I think he said, 3 bags of concrete. They are in 2 parts and it's pinned on here, and I've been aging these, and there is a short on how to age new concrete. Whilst we're down here, I always find this part of the garden magical. One, because of the tree and it being a crabapple and a hawthorn that have grown together and combined into one tree, and it's just got a magical feel to it. Also, this piece of lawn that I put here under the tree, I love sitting under here. I love sitting under here and just reading. I think the roundabout has been a big success for this year. It's been its 3rd year. The roundabout was completely redone in the spring, and I took every single plant out of it and I planted it in a more cottage garden style. Please excuse my cockerels. The Pittosporum starlight and variegated. Oh my god, these are so going to make the bloopers. Whilst we're down here and we're looking at the Pittosporum, oh, these have been amazing success. Just the light bouncing off of these and the variegated leaf, and then looking through to the buddleia at the back, which is variegated, which is absolutely just a star of this roundabout because of the flowers in it. So with the roundabout, we totally removed every plant that was in here, and it's all been replaced, and it's giving us a more cottage garden feel here. It felt very Mediterranean for the last few years, and that's due to it only having 2 plants in it that the previous owners had put in here. But now I've gone for that cottage garden vibe. So we've got Weigelia, we've got the buddleias for the butterflies, I've got the Deutzias and the Pittosporum, and I'm currently underneath my tree. And I'll just show you, we've got lots of wrens around the property, and this is a little wren nest. Luckily they did fledge. Isn't this just the most darling thing? And this was in our wood store. We haven't removed it. It was investigated by a rat, I imagine, but luckily they had fledged. But isn't that just the most darling thing? This was my birthday present from a few years ago. Absolutely love my little sleeping man, and he's tucked away, snoozing under the bushes on this magical roundabout, looking at the cosmos, just peeping through. I am so pleased with this, and I'm so pleased with the turf as well. So this turf again was from the clearance area, and I put it down, and it's been amazing all summer. We don't actually mow this, we just trim it, and like I say, I sit here, I put a cushion here, and I read my books. And there's the last of the supermoon. The moon is waning now. Oh, look at that sky. I know we're meant to be on a garden tour, but hello summer, where have you been hiding? So in autumn, we've got a second flush of geums coming through, which are just bobbing around in the border and adding accents of colour, with the Verbinia Valencia here in the purple, again bobbing around, creating interest. The cornice has come into her own, so she's looked insipid all through early spring and summer. But as the light levels change in autumn, I find plants take on a different colour. They almost have a luminous quality, like this little rose. I'm afraid I don't have a name for it, but that just delicately balances with that lime green. The daisies have all been dead-headed, but if we're lucky, we might get another flush of them coming through. Every single sedum in this garden is a cutting from my mother's garden. She's a great plants woman, and knows how to combine plants to get the best effect. And yeah, every sedum in this garden's from her garden. These little hanging stars, they're little tea light holders, and they look absolutely magical. When I've got tea lights in them in the evening, I will have to sort of show you those. They look really pretty. Look at this crocosmia that I moved here, and then when this comes out, oh, look colours are just going to be amazing. And the bees are loving this sedum, absolutely loving it. These are all my honeybees from the hive, busy producing honey for us. Although we're not taking any this year because they've had a bad year. We're going to leave them with it. A really, really sad bird table. We're not feeding the birds at the moment because of the avian flu outbreak, and we do have chickens here, as you can hear in the background. We have loads and loads of birds, but I'm just trying not to get them and encourage them to ground feed. And the trouble is with these feeders is they drop stuff on the ground, and then if the chickens come out they could spread the avian flu. We're not in lockdown at the moment for chickens, so when the chickens do come out, I'd rather they weren't overexposed to avian flu. Just looking back at the long border now, so it's hard to recall that this border did not exist. So all that existed is the Elalankia tree, which is there, and everything else has been added into this garden over the last 3 years. It's dahlia. This was the tree that I added in the spring. I've got high hopes for this in spring 2024. Definitely an autumn buzz around, isn't there? I think it'd be rude not to visit the chickens. Seems they're making an awful lot of noise. Hello Claire. Hello Cocky Wotsits. We did lose one of our bantams in the week. I was absolutely gutted. Not sure what she died from, but she did die outside and she hadn't suffered, so she hadn't been poorly. So I'm hoping it's a natural death due to old age. I am picking and freezing blackberries like nobody's business. They have been amazing this year, and this lot are loving them. Right, how are we doing with the compost heaps? Well, 3 are full. We're working on this one now, and we're going to have to start mixing them in. So this border is to stop the dog getting into the field next door. And we've got in here Philadelphias, which is the mock orange, Spirea, Weigelia, and we've got some willow cuttings there. And this then should produce a bit of a hedge here, and then we're going to put an archway between that and the huge rhododendron, which I cut back the other day and is actually sprouting a little bit. So here we are in the border that I'm always moaning about in my videos. So this has had a great tidy up, and I'm aiming more shady resistant plants to it, and it's starting to fill up at the front here, the bit that you can see. The back's not so much. The ferns have done incredibly well. We've got euphorbias in here. We've got a spirea at the front here because that's in the sun. There's a Weigelia here. Some geraniums through here. There's a lupin at the front because that gets the sun. And then coming around the back, the cyclamen have all popped up. And I've taken some of these seeds down to the rose garden in the hope that we can get cyclamen down in the rose garden, because who doesn't love free plants? Aren't they just darling? And then on the bank between us and the brook, look at these cyclamen. So over time they've managed to spread themselves through here, and this clump gets huge in the spring, which is lovely. Some more of those stunning blackberries. Can't stop picking them. Lemon balm taken over this border a little bit, so I'll hack a bit of that back. Yeah, once we can take these blackberries back into the hedge, we're a little bit more light in here for the pittosporum, which is at the back. We've got an elder there, which is the black one, which is absolutely gorgeous leaves, and I want that to take off in this corner. And at the front, like I said, we've got the lemon balm, aqualegias. There is a lupin here, which I've cut off, and then to the olive tree that you saw me prune in early summer. And these plants have done really, really well in here. So we've got the sedums, a few weeds. I'll go through and get rid of them. Don't want them. And that's just chucked its seeds everywhere. But the sedums have done really well. I'm trying to keep the sun out of the camera. Again, another sad bird feeder. For this border, no colour in here at the moment, but what we will get are these amazing, fantastic purple berries from the and these are just jaw-droppingly purple. I did have 2 of these, but sadly one of them didn't make it through the awful winter that we had, where it was -7 for 7 days. Well, I finished touring the front garden for you guys, and I'm going to put across 2 videos today, so you'll get the front garden and the back garden on separate videos. And the reason for this is this one's 15 minutes and a 30-minute takes ages to render and process through YouTube. So yeah, 2 videos is a lot easier for me. This one I'm not going to edit out some of the struggles I had with my cockerels. I'm going to leave it in, and hopefully you won't find it too annoying. But anyway, summer's here in autumn. Thank you very much for everyone that has subscribed and liked and left comments on the videos. I really appreciate it, and I have managed to answer every single one so far. So please just keep adding the comments to the bottom, and I will do my best to at least acknowledge them and leave a comment for you. But enjoy the rest of your day.